New at noon, the GBI has been asked to review claims of medical neglect at the Fulton County Jail after claims of a man losing multiple limbs.
So attorneys for Rashaad Muhammad, including Ben Crump, met with Sheriff Pat Labat last week. And Crump says that jail staff and the contracted medical provider knew about Muhammad's condition when he was booked in August of 2025. But after one visit, he says he received no further care and that his health worsened. Muhammad reportedly spent most of his 188 days in custody at Grady Memorial Hospital, and his initial charges were later dropped. The GBI says it's going to review and it will determine whether a criminal investigation is